Welcome to Poland Daily History with me, Nicholas Richardson. And in this episode and the episodes that follow, we're considering the aftermath of the Polish invasion by the Soviet Union in the 17th of September 1939, pursuant to a secret protocol of the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. And to discuss this in more detail, I'm delighted to be joined by Adam Starzyński. Adam, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
So I think we left the final episode. We'd had this invasion, which was most unexpected, but of course was the precursor for more changes in this part of Europe.
Yes, we were discussing in previous episodes the relationship, the cooperation between Germany and the Soviet Union in the lead up to, the start of World War II, which began on September 1st, 1939 with the German invasion of Poland, but as you mentioned was quickly followed a little bit more than 2 weeks later with a invasion from the Soviet Union of the eastern parts of Poland. With that, the parts of the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact had really been fulfilled, and now began a period of almost 2 years in which the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany coexisted, not just coexisted but cooperated as well. At sometimes it was a bit of a bumpy ride. In other points it was the cooperation was better, but there was always some suspicion on both sides that the other might want to invade. Naturally, both had seen how the other power had been acting in a duplicitous way, and they knew that you couldn't really trust their word. However, it started well. The invasion of the Soviet Union on September 17th took place in an environment in which the Polish troops had already been weakened by the German invasion 2 weeks earlier, and also most of the Polish soldiers they were away fighting on the front lines against the Germans. So the areas into which the Red Army entered, there you had practically 25,000 Polish soldiers, the so-called KOP, or the Polish border protection units. Within time, once the Soviets managed to advance a little bit, they came into contact with also Polish units that were retreating towards the so-called Romanian bridgehead, this strategic area in southeastern Poland on the border with Romania, where the Poles had planned to create some form of fortress, you could say, as the geography there was very beneficial for defensive operations. There were mountains in the region. There were rivers crisscrossing it, making it difficult for advancing armies to push forward. And there was also some forests making it slightly easier. However, this joint German-Russian push meant that in the end Poland couldn't hold out there for months as they had planned, hoping that there would be a Western allied invasion against Western Germany. Instead, there was defeat, and by October 6th, the Germans and the Soviets were in full control of all of the Polish pre-war territory. They also organized a joint parade in Brest-Litovsk. It was a city to which the Soviets had arrived, but it had previously been taken by the Germans. There was a handover, as this part was, according to the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact, supposed to belong to the Soviet Union after the war. So they raised an triumph arch in the city with the swastika and the communist hammer and sickle. There was typical fraternization in which, in front of video cameras, the soldiers were exchanging cigarettes and other pleasantries. And this is how that part of the war came to an end.
Adam, the clock in the corner of the studio is blinking at us. I'm afraid we have to bring that episode to a close, but fear not, we'll pick up the story next time. There we are. As usual, we've been defeated by the clock, but fear not, if you join us next time, as we hope you will, we will continue the story here on Poland Daily History. In the meantime, thank you for watching.